got it to the near side. Again, a centering pass. On goal. Score!
Well, it was kind of funny because neither of my parents were big into it. I think it was just the location. We were in northern Minnesota. You know, up there, hockey's kind of like football down south. So, you know, our friends were getting into it. I was, 4 years old, and I was playing on my first team. And, you know, my parents never pushed me. They just said, you know, if you enjoy it, you can keep playing it. And, you know, that's how I got here. So I always enjoyed playing it. I always enjoyed being out on the frozen. Well, they say ponds, but we actually have outdoor rinks. So that's where I grew up playing, and that's where it kind of all developed. Yeah, you know, I was actually had the opportunity to go play with them as a freshman. We both would have been freshmen together, so it was something that was kind of difficult to turn down. We'd always been a couple of years apart, so we only played on the same team, I think, twice in our career. But you know, he's having a great run with the Bulldogs back home, and you know, I'm able to do my thing out here. So we try not to talk too much about hockey when we're together. We're both happy for each other, and that we're both doing well in our respective programs. So. Yeah, I was looking at a few different schools, like I said, Minnesota, Duluth, you know, Minn was in there, and I had actually been at Omaha in the USHL at the time. Former assistant coach David Quinn was the one who I had talked to, you know, and I decided to come out on a visit. I'd never been out east, and you know, being from Duluth, Boston is something that's completely different, and I, you know, figured this might be the only opportunity in my life to experience something in a, you know, historic city like Boston, and you know, get a good education as well. So it was something that was hard to pass up. The national championship is something I'll never forget. You know, I think anytime we are able to face off against BC, that's something that, you know, that's a rivalry that, you know, I was told about coming in, and I've experienced for 2 years now, and it's like nothing else I've ever experienced. Having that shootout attempt at BC as a freshman when I was very nervous, that was, you know, another highlight, and obviously the Fenway game, especially growing up on outdoor rinks. You know, that brought back a lot of memories, and you know, that was up there with that championship game.
Get the combinations they want out there.
Clendening fires it through. Connolly scores! Oh, what a shot! The one-timers.
Alaska. I played 2 years in the North American League. My second year, I believe, we took a trip up to Alaska. We were there for 2 weeks. We played 2 different teams in 2 different weekends. So the 2-week trip to Alaska was something, you know, that's a memorable experience. We were sledding down mountains, and I think we saw about half a dozen moose up there. It's something, you know, you just don't experience anywhere else. I remember waking up for breakfast in the hotel at 10 o'clock. It was still dark out, and it's definitely different. Sean Escobedo, I'd probably have to say, we call him Scooby. He likes to joke around. He's a pretty funny kid. He's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. You know, but when it comes down to hockey, he's as serious as anybody, but he keeps a light mood around the rink. That would be Ryan Reicha. I think he's already either in or applying for grad school. I think he came in with more college credits than I probably even have now. He's a pretty bright kid. I think he held a 4.0 last semester. So, you know, it's great for him. He was out the first couple of years with injuries, and he's finally getting to play now. So it's good because he's, you know, he does a lot outside of the rink, you know, academically, and he works really hard. So it's good to see him get rewarded with ice time this year. You know, I want to pursue hockey as long as I can. I think that's everybody's dream, wherever I can play, whatever I can do. After that, you know, I've kind of been inspired by what our trainer's been doing, Mike Boyle. He's, you know, world-renowned. He does a lot of great things. So I'm pretty interested in that, and if I could go and bring something back to Minnesota, or, you know, even develop something out here where I could, you know, help, you know, high school and Bantam age kids kind of get an idea of the off-ice side of it and how important it is and doing the right things, you know, I think that'd be something really fun to get into.